Hi there. One of my objectives with this channel is to challenge myself with new techniques and pieces, new projects. So, my biggest customer, and most important, asked me to do a frame for this mirror. This mirror is 600 by 500 millimeters. I never done a frame before, and I'm gonna use a technique that I never done before. It's a half lap miter joint. So let's see if we can pull this off. So for this project, I'm gonna use a Brazilian wood called muiracatiara. I've been told that this wood is called in English tiger wood. It's very beautiful, very heavy, very strong, and very hard wood. First thing is to cut the pieces roughly to length so that I can adjust the thickness in the planer. After the planer, I cut the pieces to the final size and then cut the joints on my table saw. After cutting the joints, I go to the bench and clip them up and make all the necessary adjustments so they can fit precisely. After cleaning all the joints and fitting them precisely, it's time to glue them up. Now that the glue is dry, take out the clamps and make the groove for the mirror. So now I'm going to route a slot to put the mirror in it. I'm going to use a trim router. So I measured mine. I'm going to use a 12 millimeter router bit, and from the edge of the plate to the cutting side, it's 39 millimeters. So I set up this jig with scraps of MDF, and I'm gonna use it as a guide so I can go around. I'm gonna go down 15 millimeters. The mirror is 4 millimeters thick, and then I'm gonna put some pieces of wood so I can lock the mirror in place. The idea is to remove it easily if I need it in the future. So very slow, very calm. Since we're going with the grain, the chance of tear out is pretty big. So very slow movement, very low depth in each pass, so it won't escape your control. Now to keep the mirror in place, I'm gonna route another rabbet 12 millimeters deep, so I can put some pieces of wood screwed to the frame, and this will hold the mirror in place. So the idea now is to cut some thin strips of the same wood and screw them into this rabbet. For whatever reason, the router got pulled in to the wood, maybe some cross fibers, some harder spot, and it bit a little bit. Sometimes it happens. Now that the mirror is in place, one last thing. I'm gonna make a keyhole so I can hang this mirror on the wall. Knowing my customer the way I do, and I know her very well, I'm gonna do this in two places so she can put either way in the wall. So I'm gonna use a T router bit 3/8. So I'm gonna put a first a hole 10 millimeters hole in it, and then using the speed square and the router, I'm gonna finish the keyhole. These keyholes are very strong. They're gonna embrace the screw head that goes in the wall. So even though it is a big frame, it's quite heavy because the wood is heavy. Um, it's gonna hold very easily with just one hole. So let's do this. After sanding the whole frame, I use a natural wax that's very common here in Brazil, and it's only good for indoor use. Now that the wax is done, just assemble it back together and put it on the wall. Now we're done and ready to put it on the wall. If you enjoyed this, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, activate the little bell to receive the notifications. See you next time.